If you're running a Shopify store, you already know that Shopify accounting and bookkeeping are way more complicated than they should be. Shopify payouts don't match your sales reports, fees are everywhere, and you've got refunds from 3 weeks ago affecting today's deposit. And you're probably downloading CSV files at month end trying to figure out exactly what happened. Today, I'm breaking down everything you need to know about Shopify accounting, what you actually need to track, how to connect Shopify to QuickBooks, Xero, or other accounting software the right way, and how to automate your bookkeeping so you're not manually reconciling payouts every single month. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about what Shopify accounting actually means and why it's different from regular bookkeeping. When you sell through Shopify, here's what's actually happening behind the scenes. A customer buys something for $100. Shopify collects sales tax, let's say $8. Then Shopify takes its payment processing fee, let's say about $3. If you're using Shopify payments, then there's also a subscription fee. And maybe there's a refund from last week that gets deducted. All of this just gets batched together, and a few days later, Shopify deposits some amount into your bank account. Your accounting software needs to track all of this separately, not just the net deposit, but gross sales, sales tax collected, Shopify fees, refunds, everything broken down properly. Here's what you need to track for proper Shopify accounting. Gross revenue. Basically, your total sales before any fees or deductions. This is your actual revenue for accounting purposes. Next is Shopify fees. Payment processing fees, transaction fees, and subscription fees. These are expenses that need to be categorized separately so you know what Shopify is costing you. Sales tax. Essentially, tax collected from various customers that you'll need to remit to various states. This isn't revenue, it's a liability that needs to be tracked separately. Next is refunds. When you refund a customer, that needs to reduce your revenue properly, not just show as an expense. Shopify payments payouts. This is the actual cash that hits your bank account. This needs to reconcile with all the line items above it. Cost of goods sold. Basically, it's what you paid for the inventory sold. Without accurate COGS, your profit margins are fiction. Inventory value. Your unsold inventory is an asset on your balance sheet. You need to track this accurately, especially if you're using bundles or kits. So yeah, Shopify accounting isn't just record what hits the bank account. There's a lot more going on. Now, let me show you the most common bookkeeping mistakes that Shopify sellers make, because honestly, I see these all the time. Mistake number 1 is recording only the net payout. This is huge because most people just record the amount that Shopify deposits into their bank as revenue. But that's wrong. That net amount already has fees deducted, refunds deducted, and doesn't include sales tax properly. Your revenue is understated, your fees are not tracked, and your books are inaccurate at that point. Mistake number 2, not separating sales tax. Sales tax collected is not your revenue. It's money you're holding for the government. If you're mixing it into your revenue, your sales are inflated and you'll have a nasty surprise when it becomes time to file. Mistake number 3, manual CSV imports. Downloading Shopify reports as CSV files and then manually entering them into QuickBooks or Xero is a huge time waster and very error prone. You're going to miss transactions, miscategorize fees, and your books will always be weeks behind. Mistake number 4, ignoring inventory and COGS. If you're not tracking what your products actually cost you, you have no idea what your profit margins are. You might think you're profitable, but in reality, you're actually losing money. Mistake number 5, multi-channel chaos. If you're selling on Shopify, Amazon, eBay, and just trying to track each platform separately, your consolidated financials are a mess. You just need one system that handles all of your sales channels. But no worries, all of these are fixable with proper Shopify accounting practices. So how do you actually manage accounting for your Shopify store? Let's talk about our options. Now, does Shopify have accounting software? Short answer, not really. Shopify does have sales reports and you can download transaction data, but it's not an accounting system. It doesn't create journal entries, track expenses, or give you financial statements. You need actual accounting software. Now, your main options are QuickBooks Online. It's the most popular accounting software for small businesses. It works well for Shopify stores when it's connected properly, but you'll need an integration to automate the data flow. The next one is Xero. This is an accounting software that is quite popular internationally. It has a very clean interface, you've got unlimited users, and it's strong for Shopify accounting when it's integrated correctly. Then we have Sage Intacct. It's enterprise-level accounting for larger Shopify businesses. It's overkill for most stores, but if you're doing serious volume, Sage has the advanced features that you need. NetSuite. This is another enterprise ERP option. It's very powerful, but can be very expensive. It only makes sense for high-volume, multi-entity operations. Then we have Intuit Enterprise Suite. This is essentially the enterprise version of QuickBooks for larger businesses that need more advanced controls. Now, here's the key question. How do you actually connect Shopify to your accounting software? There are native Shopify integrations. QuickBooks and Xero both have basic Shopify connections. You can link your Shopify store and import some transaction data. But these native integrations are limited. They don't handle fees properly, they don't break down payouts correctly, and you still end up doing a lot of the manual categorization. But there's automated accounting integrations. This is where you use a specialized tool that sits between Shopify and your accounting software that handles all of the complexity automatically. This is the only way to truly automate Shopify bookkeeping. When you're setting up your Shopify accounting integration, you need to decide between overview-based and transaction-based syncs. Transactions-based syncs. Every single Shopify order gets imported as a separate transaction into your accounting software. So if you sell 100 orders today, that's 100 sales receipts in QuickBooks. It's best to use this if you're doing low volume, such as under 50 orders per day, need detailed customer level reporting, or want to match individual invoices. Then there's overview-based syncs. This is where your Shopify sales get batched into daily summaries. Instead of 100 separate transactions, you get one daily summary entry with totals for sales, fees, tax, and refunds. It's best to use this if you're doing high volume, such as over 100 orders per day, want to keep your accounting file clean, or you don't need transaction level detail in QuickBooks. Most medium to high volume Shopify stores use Summary Sync. It keeps your books clean, doesn't bog down your accounting software, and still gives you accurate financials. The detailed transaction data stays in Shopify for reference. Your accounting software just tracks the daily totals, which is all you need for financial reporting. Now, let's talk about inventory and COGS, because this is where a lot of Shopify sellers get tripped up. Basic inventory tracking. When you sell a product, your accounting software needs to reduce inventory quantity and record the cost of goods sold. Without this, your profit margins are wrong and your balance sheet doesn't reflect actual inventory value. Product bundles and kits. If you sell bundles like a 3-pack that's really just 3 individual items, your accounting needs to unbundle these and track the individual component costs. Otherwise, your COGS calculations are off. Landed cost. Your true product cost isn't just what you pay the supplier. It's the product cost plus shipping, customs, duties, freight, everything that it took to get that product to your warehouse. Good accounting software for Shopify tracks landed costs properly. Inventory valuation methods. You need to choose FIFO, LIFO, or average cost for your inventory accounting. Your integration should calculate COGS automatically based on your chosen method. If your current Shopify bookkeeping isn't tracking inventory and COGS correctly, you're flying blind on profitability. Now, here's where Shopify accounting gets really frustrating. Payout reconciliation. Shopify batches multiple days of sales into one payout. That payout includes sales from different dates, refunds from weeks ago, fees, adjustments, everything mixed. Matching that one bank deposit to all the underlying transactions manually is a nightmare. Here's how automated payout reconciliation works. Step 1. Transaction level import. Every Shopify sale, refund, and fee gets imported into your accounting software with proper categorization. Sales as revenue, fees as expenses, tax as liability. Step 2. Clearing account. These transactions post to a Shopify clearing account that mirrors your Shopify payments balance. Step 3. Payout transfer. When Shopify deposits money into your bank, the integration creates a transfer from the Shopify clearing account to your bank account. The transfer amount matches your bank deposit exactly. Step 4. One-click reconciliation. You reconcile your bank account in QuickBooks or Xero. The Shopify payout matches perfectly because all the underlying transactions are already accounted for. No spreadsheets, no manual tracking, everything reconciles automatically. Now, most Shopify sellers don't just sell on Shopify. You're probably also on Amazon, maybe on eBay, maybe you have a WooCommerce store, and you're taking PayPal payments, processing Stripe subscriptions. It's a lot. Multi-channel bookkeeping is where things get really messy if you're doing it manually. Each platform has different payout schedules, different fees, and different reporting formats. Trying to consolidate all of this into one set of books is a full-time job. Here's the right way to do it. Have one integration platform for all channels. Instead of separate integrations for Shopify, Amazon, PayPal, or whatever else you have, use one platform that connects all of your sales channels to your accounting software. Consolidated revenue reporting. See your total sales across all channels in just one place. You can drill down by platform when you need detail, but your high-level P&L shows consolidated numbers. Unified fee tracking. All your platform fees and payment processing fees flow into the exact same expense categories, so you can see your true total cost of selling online. Single reconciliation workflow. All your payouts from all platforms reconcile through the same clearing account system. You're not managing 5 different reconciliation processes. This is how you go from bookkeeping chaos to actually understanding your total business profitability. Now, let me show you how to set this up with Cinder, which is the right way to automate Shopify accounting. First, you connect Cinder to your Shopify store. Just authorize the connection and Cinder pulls all your transaction data automatically. Next, connect Cinder to your accounting software. QuickBooks, Xero, Sage Intacct, NetSuite, or Intuit Enterprise Suite. Then, configure your settings. Sync mode. Choose summary or per transaction based on your volume. Account mapping. Map Shopify transactions to the right GL accounts. Sales to revenue, fees to expenses, tax to liability accounts. COGS and inventory. Enable inventory tracking so COGS get calculated automatically as you sell. Payout reconciliation. Set up your clearing account so payouts reconcile automatically. Multi-channel. Connect your other sales channels, Amazon, PayPal, or whatever else you have, so that everything flows into one system. Once configured, your Shopify accounting runs automatically. Sales sync in real time, fees are categorized, inventory updates, payouts are reconciled, and your books are always current. The bottom line is, Shopify accounting and bookkeeping doesn't have to be a manual nightmare. With the right setup, your sales data syncs automatically. Fees are checked correctly, inventory and COGS are calculated in real time, payouts reconcile with one click, and you can manage all your sales channels in one place. If you want to see exactly how this works for your Shopify store, book a free demo. The link's in the description below. We'll walk you through your setup based on your sales volume and which platforms you're selling on. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe to see more Shopify and e-commerce accounting tutorials here on this channel. See you in the next one.